Help me make my lifestyle a career. So, when I was 17, I watched a ton of business content from sociopaths who were just obsessed with money. Like, one guy was just like, he's making like hundreds of millions of dollars and he's just like an open nihilist. Like, horrible. It's horrible. It's how things are, unfortunately, but it's horrible now that I look back on it. I knew it was wrong to only care about, like, to just care about money. So I tried to use that knowledge to apply to my projects to try to make them, I don't know, more effective. With, of course, having the goal of, monetizing my work. And, that didn't fucking work. Made a couple of dollars. But it's just like, I've always just been using these wrong methods of just going about things. And it was just so funny because I was just like, okay, well, I don't want to make $1,000,000 because I never wanted to make $1,000,000 or $1 billion or whatever. I wanted to change the world, right? So I learned shit. I watched these videos and I just tried. I didn't try hard enough. Now I'm trying closer to hard enough in the modern days of my life. But yeah, I was hoping it would eventually make me money. By the way, this video isn't asking for money. You'll see. So moving on to nowadays, right? I don't even want to participate in the economy anymore. I think working for, say, a meal or working to grow your own food, I think that's a much better approach, right? And by the way, the minimalist farmer, like village life, like deny yourself, right? Sort of life, it's actually fucking dope. Like, it's actually cool. Like, people are scared of that kind of life, but it's actually sick. Like, I don't know. It's much better than this shit. I remember, just from my personal story, like, before I started moving significantly towards that kind of life, I was just fucking depressed, man. Like, I was done. I couldn't even have foreseen myself living. It's just my own story. Like, in my own life, I don't exactly need comfort. I need a certain amount of comfort, I guess. For me, it's good to like get all your comfort, fit all your comfort into a backpack, essentially, and then know who to talk to, where to walk, where to go, and then just go on a fucking quest, go on a great adventure. That's what I've done, and so far it's working, which is awesome. So yeah, I want to make genuine and deeply valuable content. I want to literally change the world. It's very ambitious, very lofty, but of course I want lofty goals. I want amazing goals. The world needs change. Hello? Is that not also your goal? Like, what the fuck, So that's what my content is about. And I shouldn't try to be nervous about that anymore. I can't believe I felt shame about that. And I still do. It's just like, wow, like, your job is trying to encourage people to be better people. Like, yeah. Yes, the answer is yes, because we as a society, we haven't even figured out the fundamentals. Like, we go to college, but we still buy sugar, which is traced to forced labor. Like, just those kinds of things, right? Like let's figure out the fucking basics. So you should help me. It's like my sales pitch, right? From like watching all those videos from like the business guys. It's like, what's my ask? Like, there's all kinds of business terminology. It's actually kind of funny, but oh my God, it is actually sociopathic and insane to just treat people like numbers and shit. So fuck that. Like, fuck that. I'm moving in a new direction. Like, fuck that, right? I thought it may be a good idea before, but fuck that. Like, let's build something better, So you should help me, because I am committed to stopping abuse and leading a revolution, sparking a revolution. So here's the outward work that I put into the world vaguely, right? I have a website called endce.org. It's relating to stopping child exploitation. You can go see that if you want. I also just have authentic content everywhere. I try to put out authentic content like this video right here. It's sort of my beacon that I can put out into the world, and then people who are like me, like the people who can actually get something from this, they can then find me. They can do that through like multiple ways. I try to optimize my videos for searching more so than for algorithm pushing, if that makes sense. It's like I'm hoping the right people will find me, right? And we won't have to leave too much of it up to chance. I believe in like having control over our technology. That's also a huge problem that leads to child exploitation, which of course, like, that's a whole nother conversation. And I guess the last thing is just having community projects in real life, bro. Like, it's good to have things online, and doing things online is very important in my experience. It's how I found my best friends. But putting things into the real world is important, right? It's crucial. I can't get into details because of privacy. Also, I'm just like really excited about it, kind of. You know, I kind of don't want to share it quite yet, but it's also because I want to do more of it. I want to live more this way before talking about it. But I am proud of the progress that I've made. Very, very amazing. But between those three things, doing stuff in the real world, it significantly helps. It saves me, you know. So I try to promote values, virtues, like consciously engaging with the world. Like consciously. I feel like so many of us are just kind of like unconscious in a way where we're on autopilot most of the time. And there's a time and a place for autopilot. But it's very risky in my experience. It can lead to an indirect enabling of exploitation and harm. Also, using our trauma for good, that's a lot easier said than done. It's almost a little bit, preachy, but that's sort of what I've been trying to do for myself, just from my perspective. This is like my language to use. But also, of course, empathy, empathetic communication too. Sacrificing comforts, that's going to be crucial. Having control over our lives. Oh my God. Americans don't have control over their lives. We have no control over what systems we have to support. You go to the store and you basically just accept that you have to support something evil in order to get by. You're just like, well, I have to pay taxes. I hate the government. This is like what people say. They're like, I hate the government, but I have to pay taxes, man. I mean, what am I going to do? Just not, and then they're just going to throw me in jail. Like this is the great problem of my country and the world. It's like we have no control over what we support. We don't have the option to back out of things that we believe truly in our hearts to be wrong, like immoral, right? This is a tragedy. This is an absolute tragedy of life. Dear God. But also, having control over our lives, prioritizing vulnerable and exploited and isolated people, the downtrodden, right? As the Bible would say. I don't know if they say that exactly, but, just the weak people, the forgotten people. Doing that as sort of a shared work. I try to do this myself, and I have a couple ways of doing this. But I think of it as a shared work that we do as a society. To say, hey, like, I see you suffering in darkness. I'm gonna come find you. Like, let's go together. Like, no one left behind. Dear God, it's so hard. It's so hard. This is what occupies my thoughts, right? And I don't embody this perfectly, but this shit takes over my thoughts so much. I just want to talk to people about it. That's what I want, man. I want this to work. So, there's a lot of stuff to learn. as a preparation for the revolution, right? Things to get vaguely familiar with to build our worldwide community. I'll leave a link to something as the first link in below this video for you to see what I mean. But moving on, I'm trying to say the quiet part out loud here. There's this part of me that realized that my content actually does need to reach people. And again, this has been a process for me. It's like, is this right to do? Is this not right to do? I don't get a lot of feedback on the work that I do. So it's a constant questioning, and it's crippling at times. So right now it is somewhat of an act of courage actually to make this video. But this stuff, it needs to reach people, right? Because there's people who can be helped by this. And there are people who already have been helped by this. My work has reached people before, and I've gotten good feedback over the years. I just need things to happen on a bigger scale. I want to help more people. I want to empower more people. But I do things in a way that are different, unfortunately. I don't try to sensationalize negativity or try to turn it into a spectacle. I embrace nuance, and I work in accordance with values and morals. The problem, though, is that my videos are long and boring. Like, what the fuck is this shit, right? And so I don't get algorithm attention. Authentic living, for this reason, is actually strangely hard. Like, for some reason, it's kind of difficult to just be yourself. Like being yourself? Like, no. Like, you gotta optimize. You gotta go to college. You gotta... Like no. Like, I'm taking 25 gigantic steps backwards, and I'm looking at this shit just as a whole. I'm trying to look at the big picture of everything. Like, no. Like, I refuse. I refuse to be sociopathic, right? I refuse to, like, optimize for lifetime customer value. Those kinds of things. I refuse to participate in that as well and uphold and uplift a company that does that. If only you knew what my day-to-day life looks like because of all these decisions. And really quickly, I mean, the more engagement I get, the more feedback I get. It doesn't even have to be on this video, just anywhere, right? The more feedback is like, the more I'll know. But I also don't necessarily want a whole lot of feedback from people who just like want to convince me to give up, because there's a whole crowd of those people. So the safe decision, based on all the context that I've received in my life, is to just keep going with this, like with whatever I'm doing right here, just keep going with it, right? Especially if it puts me into poverty, makes me like downtrodden myself. Like, I'm just gonna do it, okay? Just gonna do it. Just letting you know that. So I want to connect with you and with people who are very much like me. You know, I want to connect broadly with you who could be helped by this video. There's a lot of people who I can speak to on just like a very surface level, I suppose. But then there's probably like 6 people in the entirety of the world who like I really could connect with, truly. And that's the point of the internet, right? It's to find like-minded people. That's got to be the best use of the internet, give or take. You know, maybe there's something else. Give or take. I don't know if that's relevant to... Anyway, you see what I mean, though? It's like, we have the internet. Let's get fucking doing this shit. So now I have to do something that I kind of hated doing. I mean, I don't hate this. I don't hate asking for this as much as I would hate asking for money. But, you know, just asking for help a little bit. Not too much, I guess. But from you, you know, I want some engagement. Like, help me with that. Some kind of engagement. Doesn't even have to be for algorithmic optimization, like how you would like the video or something, or I don't know, upvote it or whatever. I don't know. Whatever seems right to you, you know? Whatever seems right to you. I'll let you decide. But also, help me with advice on how to find like-minded people. Like, what have you done to find like-minded people? Am I right or am I wrong? Like, let me know. Like, tell me stuff. But also, watch small creators yourself. I'm going to link also underneath this video a couple of my favorites, like my favorite small creators. But also, recommend to me some of the small creators that you've seen, right? Like let's empower small creators, because there's going to be somebody on the other side of the earth who's just like, I'm completely fucking isolated. I have like a set of virtues and morals that I'm trying to live by, and like I really just like want to process my trauma as a person and like use it for like the utmost good, but like I can't because like the world around me is crushing me, but like I have a fucking computer and like I have the will to travel, right? Those are the people, like, that's me, right? So let's empower those creators. Let's see if we can find them. Also, write stuff yourself. I mean, like, I do a lot of writing. It's a great decision, honestly. Like, and then, just do stuff yourself, do work yourself. Everyone has a role to play in this war against exploitation. That's how I think of it, right? It's like everyone has a role to play. Everyone, period. Live by your values, your morals, and your convictions too. Your success is my success. If I woke up tomorrow and I went and saw a news headline and it was just like, Americans are finally waking up, like there's just sort of a mass peaceful protest of sorts, but it wouldn't be in the streets. It would just be at the homes of people. Just in people's homes, people are starting a mass protest against the exploitation of our time. Like, if I woke up and saw that, and then like you were a part of that, like, and then I saw a small creator who was just like, speaking about the truth, like speaking these things, like your success is my success. I would rest easy knowing that there is a lesser amount of abuse in the world. I would rest easy knowing that the fire is lit. Do you know what I mean? So, connect with me. This is another thing. You can connect with me and talk about these things. Like, I make myself available online. I don't know how long I'll be available online, but I will for some time. Let's talk about values and virtues and personal convictions, like the little voice that says, hey, maybe we should do this, but gets stuffed down by excuses and justifications. And that could be pertaining to just bettering yourself or literally just living in a more morally consistent way, like literally preventing abuse. We could also talk about ambitions. If you're like me, you're very ambitious, but it gets stuffed down by the world. Mainly just by the world. Like, part of it, a lot of it has to do with myself too, but it's just like, I see how evil the world is, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't move. Like, I get paralyzed. So to try to illustrate the problem a little bit better, we have a normal person who just lives their daily life and has a set amount of fixed routines and systems, buying food, buying stuff, fabrics, whatever, participating in systems already decided for them, who goes into a career and that becomes the thing that they do. So this is the average person. Is like, they don't question, they don't think twice about just all the systems that they support. So all the default baseline horizon of just systems, just like government, buying food, supporting this and that, international affairs, international supply chains, those kinds of things. And then there's just people like monks, like, or whatever, who just fucking like meditate in a corner forever. And then there's somewhere in between that where it's just like me. and so we have me, but the normal person, they have like a quote, the thing that they do, which is college, and it's a work, and it's work and having kids and stuff, having a job. My thing is focusing on all the other stuff that the normal person left out. Like we as a society have not even figured out the basics yet. We forgot the basics. We jumped straight to maximum productivity and just like being asleep at the wheel. Just, that's mean to say. That's really mean to say. But you're asleep at the wheel from my perspective. I'm sure in your day-to-day life, like you're going to college or just work, I don't know, and you don't question it. I know that you don't question the things that you do. Obviously, I'm trying to reach people who actually do question it, but if somebody does watch this, chances are, like, I'm criticizing you. I'm criticizing you because I'm upset with you. I'm not upset with you on a personal level. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck what your personal choices are. I simply and only care if they affect the world at large and if they affect people who are vulnerable, right? I don't give a fuck. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Okay? So this is a common misconception. The common misconception is that people, when they open up these kinds of conversations, they might not entirely be concerned with themselves. It might not entirely be a selfish matter, although there's elements that could be like that. So I'm asking you to engage critically with me instead of emotionally with me. I'm somewhat emotional right now because, like, well, fuck this system, right? Like, it's fucked me over. But largely, let's aim to be critical. You see what I'm saying? Let's aim to have a conversation where we can understand one another, but that requires both sides. That requires effort on both sides. So how the hell can you just have time to go to college and work a normal job when the baseline plane of systems is corrupt and rotten with exploitation? That's my question. So my thing, my lifestyle and everything, it requires the exact same amount of energy as the normal person. This is why I prompted the question, can I make this a career? So I want to prove that bringing light to the abuse, the forgotten abuse, can be rewarded in society. Living a life in service to others should not be worried about or frowned upon anymore. It should be a career, especially if it's risky. If you're ambitious like me, go for it. Go for it now. Like, pack up your backpack, figuratively or literally, and get going. Like, this is your call. Like, if the words resonate with you, I gotta quickly say this. If the words resonate with you, go. Like, this is your time to, this is like your calling, right? Hell yeah. I could only hope, I could only dream to inspire somebody with what I just said. Obviously, I'm making a video. I'm like trying to get through it. I'm like really trying. Nobody watches these. But like, for fuck's sake, like, if there's a chance in hell that anyone's watching this and the words stick with you, go. Pack the backpack. I'll see you there, right? Quite literally. Like, I want to build with people in real life. I want to, at the very least, connect with people who could be inspired by this. I want to build something new. I want to reform the things that already exist as well. But I want to build something new in my heart. And I'm sure, at the very least, you can understand kind of what I mean here. So this should be the new norm, honestly, is a career path like mine, where you just take 1,000 gigantic steps backwards, and you're just like, okay, well, this needs fixing, this needs fixing. This is going to be extraordinarily hard, but this needs fixing. And fuck it, I'm just going to, like, slash all the comforts in my life in half, and then keep continuing to slash them until just, like, I embody truly the values that I once held, that I actually stuffed down for the majority of my life. Like, this is the new norm. This is going to be the new career. I think of this as like the new career model. It's just like small, pathetic, not actually pathetic, by the way, but like, you know, pathetic, risky little people like me who start from the ground up to try to make sense of the abusive world around them, and who express authenticity through and virtues through projects. That's what I do. So in my case, these are, like I said, finding people similar to me through videos and making some more coordinated teamwork type projects through my endce.org type project, right? So we're almost at the end here. Some time ago, I made it my life purpose to make this a career. It was actually sort of in like a ceremonious little nice moment as the sun was setting and everything. I was just like, wow, this is my purpose, isn't it? It was after I had gotten done, dealing with the online child predator situations that happen 24/7, and I just saw the scale of it and what appeared to be like an infinite amount of trigger warning, right? But child predators, just an infinite amount of them. And I was just like, well, fuck, something has to be done. And I ended up doing things, but it was on a lower level. I think of it as low level work where the impact isn't quite as high as I would have liked it to have been. So that's what I'm working on now, is higher impact work to fight the worst problems of our time. So this simply means this career, if it's my career, that simply means that I'll just get by in life and have enough. Somehow, not by money necessarily, but by doing the right thing. And so far, it's mostly working. Thank God, right? This is amazing. This shit's working. Like, it's really hard still, but it's working. So I believe we'll see a cultural shift. I think that's all. We can engage further. Sometimes it's hard to end the videos. But thank you for understanding. Thank you for understanding why I'm upset. And yeah, so long.